Welcome guys to the video. This is a Sauer P320 X5 Legion. Just to start, we are completely clear. So this will just be a little review for you guys. Bought this firearm a few months ago. It's my first firearm, and honestly this thing's been great. Great gun. So to start, I do have a light laser combo and the Romeo 1 Pro red dot on it. You can see that right there. But other than that, there's nothing done to it. So the Legion, how it kind of differs is you have the lower of the gun, the polymer, is tungsten infused. So there's actually some tungsten grips in the back of the handle right here. And the actual polymer itself is a heavier type of polymer compared to a regular 320, M18, M17, or something like a Glock, something like that. So it's definitely a lot heavier. You have this mag well right here, flared mag well. So if you're reloading, you can kind of miss a little bit and it'll guide it in better. So that's nice. Some people complain because the mag well sticks out that these mags, they fit flush. So it's kind of harder to get the mag in. I see I see that, but if you're reloading correctly using the palm of your hand, I mean, it just goes right in. I love it, just spits the mag out effortlessly. So magazine, this is a California compliant version. So these are 10 round mags. It is a 17 round magazine, except you have these little dents right there. It's like the exact same magazine. Full steel construction, made in Italy. You can see it right there. And you have these Hemming steel base plates. They're very grippy with the Legion logo. Makes it really easy to reload. Magazines are quite smooth as well. So there's that. Moving on, let's see. Well, let's show you the trigger. This Legion's trigger is pretty good. So you're gonna see the brakes. You have a little bit of room. You get to a wall and 90-degree brake. It's a very, very light trigger. And show you the reset there. Brake, I'll show you again. So there we go. So moving on, well, you can see there are these kind of like lightning cuts in the slide right here, just to reduce the weight from the for recoil. You have tritium sights. The iron sights on this gun are honestly very good. I do prefer the red dot, mainly for looks, and mainly you get definitely quicker target acquisition. You can get on target, I'd say, quicker, more reliably. I have about 2,000 rounds to this firearm. There's been literally no issues. There was no break-in period. It was completely fine. Yeah, so obviously the slide is full steel. You have these nice serrations in the back and in the front if you're gonna press check, something like that. So yeah, but now right out of the case, out of the box, whatever. What do you notice? I think that's very important. You're gonna notice this thing feels serious. Like, it's a good looking gun. No one's gonna not agree with that really, but the second you put it in your hand, I mean, at least my hands, I'm about 6 foot tall. I have maybe slightly bigger hands than normal. It fits my hand honestly like perfectly. It's quite crazy. I do have this P320 gas pedal. This is from SIG, so it's OEM. It fits my hand just perfectly. I mean, it's a great looking gun. It feels fantastic. You feel the weight. The slide feels meaty, but the slide is so smooth. I mean, you can like almost air rack this thing. It is just, I mean, just buttery. Honestly, buttery smooth. So yeah, you have this gas pedal, so when you're holding it correctly, high up against the beaver tail right here, not much room here. You're gonna put your hand downward and then put your thumb right on this. I mean, the gun, it really barely kicks. There's a lot of weight here. I think this weighs around 45 ounces, so this is heavier than some full steel 1911s. It's definitely a heavy gun. Obviously, you have your ambidextrous safety in the California version, and you have your slide catch. Super easy to use. Again, this is the California version, so trigger won't go even if the safety's off. with no magazine. Second there's a magazine in it, it goes. So that's just a Cali version. You can remove that. I removed the chamber indicator right here when I put the sight on. So usually there would be a loaded chamber indicator, but again, I took that off. Well, let's just take down the gun. We might as well, right? Just to kind of show you the insides of it. So, just the grip itself. This has a little O-light on it, but I mean, that's not heavy at all. This has got weight. I mean, seriously, this is like, I have a buddy that has a 365 X macro. It's a really nice compact firearm. This grip with no mag in it weighs more than his whole gun, like a decent amount more, right? So it just kind of puts in perspective. This is heavy, honestly. No, this does not feel cheap. It does not feel light. Slide, it's got a good weight to it. Again, you can see these cuts. You can see, let's see, the barrel right in here. Everything, just the finish and everything looks quite good. It looks pretty nice. Yeah, you can see the FCU right here. Put a little grease on these 4 points back here. Makes everything run really nice. You notice I have this little piece of tape in here. The only reason I have that is mine, basically the fitment on mine is not quite perfect with the slide. So when the slide is in, there's a tiniest bit of play in the front, very tiny, but I noticed it. So I just put a tiny piece of gaffer's tape and put grease on it so it's smooth. So now there's no play and there's no sound to it. So it just feels locked completely solid. Now that's not to say that the gun didn't feel solid before. This is the nicest feeling firearm. I've shot quite a few firearms. This is like by far the nicest feeling in every way. Mag release, trigger, safety, slide, recoil mitigation. I mean, everything. This is genuinely a fantastic shooting firearm. So just some of them don't have the best fitment in the front. That's just a P320 kind of thing. So that just helps it out. Moving on to shooting experience. I've shot. I have not shot for many years. I've probably shot for just a few, but again, I just recently turned 21, so this is my first firearm, and I mean, this thing is just buttery smooth. It is a 5-inch bull barrel, so this is actually not two like little barrels. That's just how it's cut. Very high quality. Just the slide and springs feel like a very expensive gun. This gun, or speaking of price, this gun cost me before out the door, right? So just the actual cost was $1,200. Out the door was about $1,450. Not a cheap gun. Definitely not a cheap gun. Now, I will say, a few different gun stores I shopped around, they all told me this is the nicest shooting California compliant pistol you can literally get, stock. And I mean, I'd have to agree with them. This will make any kind of Glock feel genuinely like trash. I'm not trashing Glock, but it's a very big difference. So that's definitely something you notice. Just the quality of everything. Again, just how it spits the mag out. I mean, it sounds good when you do it. It feels good. It wants to work all the time. Fit and finish, again, besides this little bit of play in the front, everything looks perfect. I've obviously taken the gun apart a few times to the FCU and taken the FCU out to clean it and grease it up, but it's been great. Speaking of lube, I have some knives and Benchmade blue lube. That worked out decent, but I switched to this Lucas oil, gun oil, and I really like their gun grease. That really smooths things out. I mean, I don't know if this can come across. I mean, it's so light. It's like super nice. what else? Let's see. This light on here, it's a little small. I didn't think it was gonna be this small. I still think it looks pretty good. It's 800 lumens. It's also, again, that green laser. So it's quite bright. The sight's been fantastic once I sighted it in. It's been just dead on, has not moved. You can obviously adjust the brightness. I think it's a really good looking optic, to be honest. Yeah. Again, these mags for the Cali versions, they're 10 round limited, but again, it's just these little dents. So if you want to somehow magically not have the dents in here somehow, then these are 17 round mags. So you can do 17 plus 1, just for your information. Let's see. You can see there's this nice texturing down here. Looks really nice. Feels good. I mean, the whole gun is... It looks great, honestly. It's a very good looking piece. I wouldn't say it's, you know, beautiful, beautiful like a 1911 or like a, you know, some old school Colts, but its function is fantastic. and I think it still looks pretty good, to be honest. Let's take it out one more time. We'll just show what we're really working with down here. So it comes with 2 recoil springs. There's a red one and another one that's not colored. This is a lighter one. I forgot the exact weight. I think this is around a 10-pound recoil spring. The other one's a 14. It's something along that. Anyway, this is quite light. I've had 0, and I mean 0 issues with this, with regular 115 grain 9mm. 0 feeding issues, 0 anything. It's been perfect, genuinely perfect. The only bit of wear I've seen, it's just on the barrel here. Some can say that's concerning. I don't really care. I think it looks fine. It functions fine and gives it some character. But yeah, you just grease up, you know, the right points, and this thing is super smooth. I mean, it's super smooth, even, you know, factory with no lube in it. But put some grease in there, and you'll be amazed how well this thing runs. It's pretty great. Let's see. You can just see, you know, the inner workings of the FCU. Takedown lever. Mine's, you know, not the cleanest, but it's not horrible. You can see some little wear points right here and right there. But besides that, everything is pretty good. Again, the grip, at least for my hands, I don't know if you guys have held a P320 before, but I've held a lot of handguns, and this just, oh my gosh, it feels like it was meant for my hand. The buttons are in the right place. The trigger's in the right place. I mean, it's honestly really cool. It's really cool. Again, though, this is definitely not a conceal type of firearm. I think everyone should know that. This thing is heavy. It is long. Just to kind of put it next to things you guys might know, here's a Benchmade 940. Just to kind of show you. This is a full-size knife, and you can just see the gun is in all the dimensions right here. Large gun. Large gun for sure. But God, you want to carry it. I promise. The second you guys feel this in hand, you're going to love it. Just doing this is like, it's addicting. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you have any questions, obviously leave some comments down below. But yeah, this thing's great. The sight's great. I got a good deal on the site. These usually going for around $400. I actually got mine off Amazon from the SIG, you know, a SIG seller from Optics Planet, and it was about $250 after tax. So I got a really good deal on it. So I just pulled the trigger, literally, and got the sight. It's been great gun. Definitely not for conceal carry, but outside the waistband and a range gun and home defense, fantastic. Again, hope you guys enjoyed, and if you have any questions, leave some comments down below, and have yourselves a nice day.